Those scars healed pretty good, didn't they? Huh? What's in the box?
This is the cognac Mr. Zhang asked for.
You see, we've been letting ourselves get soft, gentlemen. We haven't been paying sufficient attention.
Mr. Neon.
No! No! Not me!
More cake, anyone?
Would you like to dance with me?
Would you excuse me for just a minute?
Okay.
More cognac, eh? The big boss would like to thank you personally.
That's nice.
In there.
I've got one more case of cognac in the car.
Are you hearing me?
Are they cooperating yet?
No, sir.
Are you ready to talk? Or are you ready to scream?
You're dead!
Oh, shit!
Come on!
Alex. No, Alex, I'll give you half of everything.
What about my father?
Stop it!
The story begins in Hong Kong with American businessman Paul Wagner and his wife, Catherine. They introduced their 6-month-old twin sons, Chad and Alex, to Paul's business partner, Nigel Griffith. Together, they run Griffith Wagner Enterprises.
Time to rock and roll.
Good luck, darling.
Griffith and Wagner stand at a podium to dedicate the Victoria Harbour Tunnel, which connects Hong Kong to China, a project that took 6 years and $200 million to complete.
Griffith Wagner Enterprises proudly present to the Crown Colony of Hong Kong the Victoria Harbour Tunnel.
Soon after the ceremony, the Wagner's car becomes one of the first vehicles to drive through the newly opened tunnel, a key part of the city's expanding transportation network.
Catherine, take a look under the front seat, would you please?
That's nice, Frank. It's really nice.
Although the family is normally protected by their personal bodyguard and close friend, Frank Avery, Paul sends Frank home to rest for the night, choosing to drive home without him.
If you say so.
Moments after parting ways, Paul notices another vehicle following his car. He uses his radio to alert Frank, who immediately turns his car around and rushes to their rescue.
What's the matter?
Paul, whatever you do, don't get out of the car, goddammit! I'll be right there!
Realizing that Wagner's enemies have caught up with him, Frank urges Paul to stay inside the vehicle, but it is already too late. A group of local gunmen emerge from the darkness and open fire. Paul is hit first, and Catherine is shot soon after. As Catherine lies wounded, a gangster from Zhang's criminal empire known as Moon walks up and delivers the fatal shot, killing her instantly. Before Moon can kill the twins, Frank arrives at the scene, eliminates all of Moon's henchmen, and shoots Moon in the face, leaving him permanently scarred. The family maid manages to escape with Alex, while Frank rescues Chad. During his escape, Frank discovers that Nigel Griffith was the mastermind behind the attack on Paul. The following morning, the maid leaves Alex at a Hong Kong orphanage, while Frank takes Chad to France. 25 years later, Chad has been raised by Frank in Paris, where he has become a highly trained martial artist, shaped by years of combat training and ballet discipline. He now runs Frank's dojo in Los Angeles, managing the facility while continuing to sharpen his karate skills.
It's gotta be him.
Frank eventually learns through his contacts that Alex is alive in Hong Kong and working as a smuggler of drugs and illegal firearms. While Chad is instructing a class, Frank approaches him and tells him they must fly to Hong Kong on urgent business.
Hong Kong? Uncle Frankie, we got a business to run.
Chad initially refuses until Frank reveals the truth. They are not biologically related, and Chad was not born in France.
I brought you up like you were my own kid. Have I ever given you any reason not to trust me? No. We're going to Hong Kong.
Frank convinces Chad to make the trip but keeps the real reason hidden. Upon landing in Hong Kong, the city immediately captures Chad's attention.
Driver, how long? Hotel, how long?
Yeah, we're not going to the hotel.
Instead of taking him to a hotel, Frank brings him to a cafe owned by Alex. Inside the cafe, several people mistake Chad for Alex. One man even hands Chad some cash, prompting Chad to joke that he already likes Hong Kong. Soon afterward, Alex's girlfriend, Danielle Wilde, approaches Chad.
Very nice.
Thank you. Me?
Noticing that his outfit is different from Alex's usual attire, she invites him into her private room.
Did you pick these out yourself? Silk underwear.
Before Chad can do anything for himself, Alex walks in and finds a stranger impersonating him. He headbutts Chad, knocking him unconscious.
The way I touch you, I would never in my life wear black silk underwear.
Chad later wakes up to find Alex and Danielle arguing. Alex tells her he would never wear silk shorts and criticizes her for failing to notice such an obvious difference.
You stay here. Don't even think about it, pal.
Frank steps in to stop the argument and reveals the truth. Chad and Alex are twin brothers.
Just take a look at him. He's your twin brother.
He recounts the events from 25 years earlier, explaining that Nigel Griffith ordered the murders of their parents to seize control of Griffith Wagner Enterprises. Frank explains how he escaped with Chad while their nanny saved Alex.
Believe this. My brother.
It's simple.
Frank convinces the twins that it is finally time to work together, avenge their parents, and reclaim their inheritance. Alex initially refuses because he wants to protect his own business interests, but after a private conversation with Frank, he agrees to help.
Let's do it.
The following morning, Alex, Chad, and Frank board a cargo ship to finalize a high-level deal with the Chinese smugglers.
Let's say hello.
Okay.
However, as soon as the exchange begins, Chinese mainland coastal police boats surround them. Alex's Chinese clients believe they have been set up and attack him. They escape by launching cars off the ship into the water, and Frank detonates them to block the police chase. Later, they regroup and meet Danielle. Frank informs everyone that Paul supervised the construction of the Victoria Harbour Tunnel. Halfway through the project, Paul faced financial difficulties and brought in Nigel Griffith as an equity partner. Nigel secured his investment through a secret loan from Hong Kong drug kingpin Raymond Zhong. Once the tunnel was completed and Paul's expertise was no longer needed, Nigel and Raymond had Paul and Catherine murdered by Moon's hit team. Chad and Alex were also targeted so they could not return to claim their rightful inheritance, specifically, Paul's business and the dividend payments from the tunnel.
Is there any sort of proof? Any legal documentation?
Alex reluctantly believes Frank's story, but Danielle refuses to accept it because she idolizes Nigel, viewing him as honest and disciplined. Frank states that he witnessed the murders himself and is proof the story is true, but Danielle rejects his claim and leaves in anger.
I don't need to listen to this any longer.
Alex explains to Chad and Frank that Danielle has worked for Nigel's company for the past 5 years, which explains her refusal to believe he was involved in the murders. Later, Chad takes a taxi to the hotel where he and Frank are staying. Before he can enter, he is approached by members of Zhang's criminal organization who mistake him for Alex.
Wrong guy.
Moon forces Chad into a car with Raymond and takes him to a boatyard. Raymond demands Alex's assistance in smuggling drugs, but Chad refuses and mocks Raymond in front of his men.
You go
Infuriated, Raymond orders his men to beat him. Although Chad lands a few initial kicks, Moon brutally overpowers him. Chad is then locked inside a shipping container and dumped onto a street. Later, Frank and Alex find Chad, and Chad tells them one attacker had a facial scar. Frank confirms it was Moon, the man he wounded during the gunfight while saving their parents. Frank tells the twins to get ready for their first strike. That night, they arm up and break into one of Zhang and Griffith's properties. They escape, but Alex blames Chad for celebrating too soon and says the plan almost collapsed because of it. Later, Danielle delivers intel that Nigel, Griffith and Zhang will appear at a high-profile party. That evening, while the gang discusses the losses from the property raid, Frank and Alex enter the party carrying explosives disguised as drink boxes meant for Zhang. When guards stop Chad, who is also holding another package, they demand to check it. Frank signals Chad to fall to the floor just before the bomb explodes. Nigel and Zhang see both twins and order their remaining forces into action. The next day, Danielle enters the archive vault searching Nigel's private records. Nigel's enforcer catches her but pauses, distracted by her appearance, and lets her walk away. Danielle realizes she found the truth and calls Alex, but Chad answers instead. She tells him she believes she is being watched and asks for backup, not knowing Nigel hears the entire conversation. Chad rushes to a boat and tells her to meet him at the cafe. When Alex learns Chad is meeting Danielle, he snaps with jealousy and drinks recklessly through the night. At the cafe, Zhang's crew storms in, hunts Chad and Danielle, and kills Alex's workers. Chad and Danielle flee, leap onto their boat, and escape as helicopters begin scanning for them. Later at the safe house, Alex attacks Chad with words, which triggers a full fight between the brothers.
Silk underwear.
You're drunk, Alex. You're drunk. Now stop this!
I was waiting for that.
Frank! Frank!
Frank ends the fight by firing into the air. Both twins walk out and sleep outside that night. By sunrise, Chad and Alex are awakened by Nigel's men, who raid the house. Frank is held at gunpoint and abducted along with Danielle by Moon.
Where are the twins?
Stop! They've gone. They've left the island.
They could take us somewhere else.
They are airlifted away as Alex and Chad cut down the remaining henchmen together. They capture one survivor and force the location of the compound where Frank and Danielle are being kept. As soon as the twins storm the compound, Nigel taunts them over loudspeakers, lying that Frank has been shot, firing his gun in the air to fool them. Nigel sends Moon and the last fighters to kill them. Alex takes down his opponent cleanly while Chad faces Moon in hand-to-hand combat. Chad ends the fight with a spinning kick that sends Moon into the live electrical cables, killing him instantly. When Alex tries to free Danielle, he's attacked by Nigel's female fighter. She performs well, but Alex ends her by stabbing her in the stomach. The brothers split again. Alex hunts Jong while Chad tracks Nigel Griffith. Jong ambushes Alex with a fire extinguisher. Alex overpowers him. Jong begs and offers a bribe of half his assets, but Alex throws him off a raised platform where he dies on impact. Chad also kills Nigel Griffith by dropping a shipping container onto him, crushing him, and completing the revenge for their parents. The twins reunite, drop their anger, and embrace, finally forgiving each other. This family reunion brings the story to an end. Subscribe for more dramas like this, and don't forget to like this video, it really helps the channel grow.